Hello dear students, welcome to your second semester classes, and this is A03 Writing for Academic and Professional Success. I'll be taking the last two chapters, Unit 7 Writing for Professional Purposes 1 and Unit 8 Writing for Professional Purposes 2, and today we'll be discussing the first one, that is Unit 7 Writing for Professional Purposes 1. Actually, this is the second part of your text, we can say like that. First 5 chapters deal with the academic side, writing for academic purposes, and this is professional purposes. What is this professional writing? And see, any type of writing with the purpose of facilitating the work of a business or an organization can be called professional writing. Then you may have confusion. Why should we know about professional writing or about writing for professional purposes? See, you are supposed to be familiar with formal writing, and we know after 2 years or 3 years you will become fresh graduates. Definitely you'll apply for different jobs, and see, before entering into a job itself or before attending an interview itself, you are supposed to submit a CV, curriculum vitae, with a covering letter. These are all included in this category, this professional writing. And see, we can see many areas like different types of reports, blogs, writing for blogs, then letter writing, different types of letters, both formal and informal letters, emails, then summary, preparing memos, review writing, it's very important, survey, what is a survey, questionnaire. Hope you got the difference. See, professional writing, it has a formal tone and it differs from written text that is considered literary or artistic. The general purpose of professional writing is to convey information to reader within a workplace context. And in this unit 7, we are going to see the different topics like writing reviews, especially book review, film review, and product review. Then writing case studies. How can you prepare effective case studies? Then preparing reports, writing reports, recommendation report, evaluation report, feasibility report, and progress report, and surveys, questionnaire. These are the 5 topics which we are going to see in detail. And definitely before going to the text, you should know about the learning objectives. This particular chapter helps the student to develop the ability to analyze the content given. Then the student acquires the ability to objectively and subjectively criticize books, movies, products, etc. And the student learns the different styles of linguistic expressions, and he'll be able to use the correct vocabulary and expression to write the positive and negative aspects of books, products, or movies. And see, the first topic which we are going to see is review writing, writing reviews. It can be a book review, or a film review or a product review. And see one more thing before moving to the chapter in detail. To prepare a book review, definitely you should have a book in your mind, your favorite book or any book that you have read recently. Hope you will have one. And today we'll be discussing about book reviews. And before going to book review, we'll see what a review is, the details of a review. So a review is an article that represents a critical evaluation of a text, performance or production. You should note the term a critical evaluation. That is very important. It helps the reader to get a clear picture of the reviewed item. The review is often creative and interesting. It's a form of entertainment in itself that quite often reflects the age and helps the reader to gain view on his time period in history. This chapter helps you to develop the ability to objectively and subjectively criticize books, movies, and products. You may be wondering how this comes under the form of entertainment. And see, review writing is quite common these days, especially with the introduction of the social media. You can see reviews anywhere. It can be book reviews, film reviews, and product reviews. Usually before going for a movie also, we used to check the reviews. We'll see the reviews first, then we'll go for the movies. That trend is very common these days. Even the books also. We are very conscious of the time that we are going to spend, whether it will be worthy or not. So definitely we'll go through the reviews. We are familiar. Before buying a product, definitely we'll go through the reviews. So what are the features of reviews? So the review is actually a report, and it will have an introduction, a logical description, your findings, conclusion and recommendation. And see, your review, it should be direct and personal, and your main purpose is to give a clear overview and evaluation of the work. It is truly personal. Review writing is truly personal. It should be direct and personal. So when we come to book review, our first topic is book review. And you should remember, you should have a book in your mind, your favorite book or any book that you have read recently. So book review is a special form of academic writing that gives a student the opportunity to critically examine a topic in details. Book reviews play an important role in academic communication. So, what are the main things that you should remember before writing book reviews, or what are the different steps that should be followed before writing a book review? See, the first and most important thing is that you should read the book carefully. Before preparing the review, the first thing, you should have read the primary material, the book, carefully, and you can write down your impression. The third point is that research the author and his other works. That's very important. You should collect all the details regarding the author, because the author is very important regarding a text. Though it may not be an autobiographical writing, we know that a person or how he is, that's very important. It will be clearly visible in his work. So you should know about the author, both his personal and professional life, and also you should know about his other works. What are the general themes? What are the usual themes he used to discuss? His way of writing, his style. So after all, you are supposed to make a research on the author and his other works. The fourth point is very important. Reviews should give a balanced, critical evaluation of the text. What do you mean by this term, balanced? So you are expected to give both the positive sides and the negative sides, both the positive aspects and the negative aspects. How it influenced you. So regarding a book also, you are expected to give a balanced review and a critical evaluation of the text. And it will be quite easy to understand regarding a product. You are expected to give both positives and negatives. See, in the cases of book review also, you are expected to give a balanced review. And in some reviews we can see they'll discuss only the positive sides, no negatives at all. It won't happen, we know. So please keep a balanced review. Then you are expected to evaluate the contribution of the text, how much it contributes to the society. So set the work in a larger, broader context. You are expected to identify the strengths and weakness of the arguments. Then make sure that your review contains the title, the author or the authors, multiple authors, then the publisher, the publication date, the format, even the price, the number of pages, edition, and the ISBN number. See, all the technical sides like the title, the name of authors, the publishers, the publication date, the format it is written, the price, total number of pages, edition, and the ISBN number. See, the one thing I want to tell you is that reviews are different. So though we can keep all these things under the term book reviews, you should remember that the book reviews, it varies based on the nature of the book. See, based on the nature of the book. Hope it is clear. The thing I want to tell you is that each review is different. The review of a science-based book is totally different from a literature book. I think there is no need to mention it. It's quite clear. And see, you should always remember your review. You should begin with a strong introduction to grab your audience attention. And we have already seen that a review contains an introduction, a logical description of the contents, your findings, conclusion, and your recommendation. So your introduction should be very strong. It should be catching, like it should grab the attention of your readers. Then the body should give the setting or when and where the story takes place, as well as the characters and one or two events from the plot. Then you can add descriptions like whether the book is funny, happy, scary, exciting, or sad. Then the conclusion, it should contain your opinion of the book. Will you suggest the book for others? How did you feel after reading the book? Your own personal comments. So, in page number 110, you can see in your page number 110 in your book Writing for Academic and Professional Success, you can see two examples. The first book review is on the book The Phantom Tollbooth by Norton Juster, which is published in 1961. And the second sample review is about the book Atlantic Crossing, a comparison of European and American society. So when you go through, you are expected to go through both the sample reviews in your text. So when you go through these reviews, it's very clear that reviews are different. It varies based on the nature of the book. And also there is no clear structure for a review. The general areas that you should include are an introduction, a logical description, your comments, your findings or conclusion. There is no other strict structure or anything for a book review. And here in my class I have included another example because you have two examples in your textbook and you can go through this one also. And this is on the book The Invisible Man, written by Ralph Ellison. I'll just read. An extremely powerful story of a young Southern Negro from his late high school days through 3 years of college to his life in Harlem. His early training prepared him for a life of humility before white men, but through injustices, large and small, he came to realize that he was an invisible man. People saw in him only a reflection of their preconceived ideas of what he was, denied his individuality, and ultimately did not see him at all. This theme, which has implications far beyond the obvious racial parallel, is skillfully handled. The incidents of the story are wholly absorbing. The boy's dismissal from college because of an innocent mistake, his shocked reaction to the anonymity of the North and to Harlem, his nightmare experiences on a one-day job in a paint factory and in the hospital, his lightning success as the Harlem leader of a communistic organization known as the Brotherhood, his involvement in black versus white and black versus black clashes, and his disillusion and understanding of his invisibility, all climax naturally in scenes of violence and riot, followed by a retreat which is both literal and figurative. Parts of this experience may have been told before, but never with such freshness, intensity, and power. This is Ellison's first novel, but he has complete control of his story and his style. So this is only an example. You can just go through this sample review. And one thing that you should remember always is that Review writing is not preparing a summary of a book. It is not a summary. You are expected to critically evaluate the book. You can just include the summary. Apart from that, your evaluation, critical analysis, that is very important. So, your assignment for today: write a brief review of a book you have read recently. Just go through the slides one more. And in the beginning itself, I have told you that you should have a book in your mind and you are expected to give a review of any book. Any book. It can be your favorite book or the book which influenced you, or the book you have read recently. Can be any book. Prepare a review of a book. Hope it is clear for you. Thank you.